Yo, peeps. We on the RaddTitan's Collectors Chat, UK team. Hope all our peeps are out there, everybody in America and all over Europe. Hope everybody's well. Were we on last week? Did we come on? No, we didn't go on last week.
Yeah, last time we were on was the 21st of October.
Shit, man.
So
we got to get this thing down a little bit more regular, man.
Yeah, I think I was talking to someone today and just saying about we should actually do like a little try and stick to a schedule or something, but it's not that easy to do, is it really?
It will be soon enough, I hope.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just it's just difficult really with everyone shifts and whatever else, and then we end up planning to go on one day and then something happens and anyway we're just isn't living our life really.
Just don't have any drama because it's fireworks night over here that use at Skyforks night. Well, it's pretty much going to be on Saturday, so everyone's having fireworks parties and letting fireworks off. And if for anybody that don't know, I got a 16-week-old French bulldog puppy in the house. So if I have some major dramas and I have to book, you know why, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you on your own now.
Yeah. Can I handle it? Can I handle it on my own? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But basically, what we're going to do this week is I'm going to try something new out anyway. No. It's not going to affect the chat in any way. But what I'm going to try to do is I spent a lot of time today looking up. And other times as well, just looking up about just advice on doing podcasts and things like that. So what I might try and do is do this as a audio file and try and get it on iTunes or something like that. But it is the process is quite long-winded, so we'll have to see whether it's feasible. And and then when I was basically reading through the top tips of doing podcasts, it just seemed like people seemed to miss the point half the time. It was a bit like the top tips of doing a podcast, and it was like number one, and this guy talks about spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a microphone. So it's like, okay, so he's like, yeah, this is the best microphone, this is $400, this is production quality, and then he's like, yeah, and then you got to buy a clamp for it. This clamp is $50. Then you got to buy a shock absorber for when you knock the table. That's $50. Then you got to buy like a windshield, which is $50, and it's all right. And then you got to buy. You go further on. Then you got to buy like Audacity, which is some sound program. Then you got to buy this. Then you got to buy that.
Was it all $50?
Oh, sorry. And then you're talking about all this. Was
it all $50?
Yeah, well, it's all around $50 for the average.
It's like that Carry On Camping. You ever seen that Carry On Camping?
No.
There's a bit right where they go camping. This family never been before, and the geezer's standing there like at the gate, and he's like, "Oh, like you're here, use the field camping," and they're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Right, that's £1." And, he goes, and then because they're quite gullible, he turns around to them and goes, "Have you got rain insurance?" And they're like, "No." He's like, "It's £1." "Have you got windproof?" You know what I mean? Shock absorbers, and they're like, "No, that's £1."
Yeah.
Have you got like grass tacks? And they're like, "No, it's £1." Literally just keep pumping everything he asked for is like £1.
Well, it was like that. And then when you read through it, when you're listening through it, because it was on YouTube, and so I'm listening through it, I'm just like, they're spending all this time talking about getting the best equipment, getting the best microphone, getting the software. Doing this, and then it wasn't to do with the price. It was just they were focusing so much on the actual software that they didn't really go on about the content. And I think the content is pretty important, So whereas I hope, whereas we can kind of get away with having this shit camera, I like to think that
laptop, you talked me into using the laptop. You said it was better than my phone. It ain't much better.
Well, yeah, but so I like to think that we get away with a little bit with the camera and the whatever because of our content is a bit better. So
believe me, they don't want to see how much you look like David Baddiel in a real HD sort of camera, especially them glasses on, mate.
Well, I need to see, I'm afraid. And the problem is, but like whenever I come on, I've just had a shower, so like I've washed all the gel out of my hair, and it goes all fluffy by the time it goes into like a big.
What's that dude's name from? Is it Sesame Street? Beaker. It's a Beaker situation.
That's the Muppets. That's the Muppets. Yeah. But no, it's basically so it goes all fluffy by the end, and I've got a big dew throat going on. But
sweet.
But yeah, so that's and also I mean we when I was going through some of the old chats and stuff, I was looking through some old videos the other day, and I found out that we actually had some videos we filmed back in I think January this year. That's why that RoboCop one went up, because we kind of just forgot about it. You know, we just left, so we like left it there. There's a few others as well which we've done for Gary Speed. Not that we forgot about those, but that's more they're Star Wars related. So we're waiting more around the time of Star Wars, so it's a bit more related to the time. But then so I found all these old videos. I looked at some of the older chats and realised we've been doing the chats for over a year now. So this is like the first chat after we've been doing it for a year. So that's pretty cool.
So this is year 2.
We're into year 2 now.
Right, let's try and regulate it. So let's try and get together at least once a week just for this part. Because I talk to you for about an hour every day. Most days it's just never really on film.
Well, the funny thing is what we could do is probably just do, if we work out how to do a podcast, we could probably just do it over the phone. Just do a podcast over the phone. That'd be so much easier. And I mean,
that's funny.
We'll just won't talk about your hemorrhoids or anything on that. But yeah,
that's half of the highlight of talking to you.
Just trying to think what else is new. Oh yeah, I had the Green Hulk up behind me with the. It was up there with the Hulkbuster, and basically that got collected today. New thing actually. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I contacted Sideshow. I wasn't very happy with the head. Complained. Actually, the teeth were broken on it, so got a new head. And then they sent out a new head. Again, it was even worse than the old head. It didn't match color-wise any better. I mean, it was worse. Yeah. And then I sent them an email. I don't think I was rude. I just said to them, it doesn't match. It's not. The teeth are still really sloppy. The color of the head is just totally different from the body. Can you suggest something? So they the reply was, oh well, they're all like that. We looked at our factory and they're all like that. So then I replied saying, so because they're all fucked, you think that's a valid excuse? Is that justified? So they just responded and they said, okay, well, we'll look into it, leave it with us. And then I got a message back and I was copied into an email where they sent it to some lady from a company, and apparently they asked her if she wanted it for a display item for a shop, which I've never seen before.
Okay. So
then she arranged collection from my house. She's in UK. She arranged collection from my house, and they collected it today. So he's gone. He's gone now.
So you were refunding everything, yeah?
Well, I have to wait for the woman to email them to say it's been received and whatever else. So once
that's got nothing to do with you, has it, or is it?
Well, I could send her an empty box, couldn't I?
Yeah, but isn't surely that's their agreement with Sideshow? That's not your agreement with her, isn't it? Sideshow should fund you, and you just give her what you have. It shouldn't be, it's come. It's ain't fucking eBay.
No, it'll be that she'll have to receive it and then she'll check it.
I'd well tell them to come and get it. I'd to be like, no, come and get it yourself. Sort it out.
Well, no, they'll come to get it. That's the thing.
I'm saying with Sideshow, I'd send it back and get my fucking money back.
Well, yeah, I'm going to get the money back, so it's fine anyway. But so that was that. Just trying to think what else happened. I haven't actually bought anything in about a month, so I'm getting withdrawal symptoms.
30 days sober, yeah? 30 days.
Yeah. So I managed to put like £1,000 into my savings account last month and £1,000 in my savings account this month. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I mean, my veins are coming back, and they're not collapsing anymore. So I'm getting like a junkie. Yeah, I need to get my hit. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. It was my birthday as well the other week, so we had my birthday. Didn't really get anything.
You got some socks or some shit, yeah?
Yeah, I got like, the funny thing is, my family, they just they asked me what I wanted. I said I don't want anything. Just I'm okay, I'm fine. Just yeah, I don't really want anything. So I end up getting like
Nothing.
I got Marvel slippers. I got like Marvel pillows.
I saw that when I was down there. They're really nice.
And there's a Marvel blanket on the back as well. I got like Marvel, like I don't know, these like toiletry things. Got a Marvel wallet. I've just got like a Marvel iPad case. Basically, everything was Marvel. When I opened it, I said to them, I said, "Yeah, I don't even like Marvel. I like DC, just to fuck with them a little bit."
We've got to give a big shout out to our boy who came to see us, man, from Singapore, man.
Oh yeah, we saw Mohammed Sadek, I think his surname is. It's probably pronounced totally wrong. He come down. He was in London, so he popped down to see us. Yeah, great guy. We went out. We played a few games of pool. I actually won them all, which is a new experience for me.
Hey,
and then he came down. It was good to see him. Really.
I noticed that you won it all. I noticed how you remembered that you won it all. When you want to mention that, that's fine.
Well, of course, I'm going to remember I won the games. But the funny thing is he took pictures in my room, and they looked great on his camera. And then when he posted them, they looked crap. So it's not just my camera that looks crap when I take pictures in my room. So they were well blurry. But yeah, I had to move around in my room. I don't know, since the last time I've been in here on camera. I mean, we haven't really done any reviews in here either. I had a big move around, so I've got got a space assigned for the IA 3rd scale Aquaman, which is huge. Got that set up on its own. Got all my pieces set around the TV, and got the big Hulkbuster up there. So
that's why I didn't do that, man. I got a room either side of my television for like a D-top. I could have had a D-top on either side of my television, but I couldn't do it because I wouldn't watch the fucking TV.
Yeah,
I'd be like watching something, and someone would go, "What happened?" I'd be like, "I don't know. I'm looking at
It does happen. I mean, I've got to turn off the when we watch a film, we watch it in here, and
that's bad news.
Yeah, I have to turn off the lights. If I have the lights on in the cabinets, I end up my eyes just start wandering. I'm thinking, yeah, wouldn't that statue look better with that one? And if I move that down there and move that across, and I put that there, then I can have all the Marvel ones together. And if I move that across there, I've got the 80s movies. And then if I do that, I've got the horror. Oh my God, that's such a good idea. And then Colson's like, who's that guy in the film? I'm like, I don't know.
Who? What film was this?
Watching a film.
Yeah. Happens when you start collecting and that as well. That's what happens with me now. I can't buy anything else. I go to a shop, and where I used to be I get that T-shirt, I'll buy that shirt, I'll get that hat, I'll wear them socks. Yeah, give me all of that shit. I go in now, I go £13 for a tie. Fucking pre-order money, bitch.
Yeah. Well, as we said this the other day when we were talking to Mohammed, and it's like, yeah, I used to be in the bar, like going out for drinks. You'd be, oh yeah, anyone want a drink? Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. Yeah, you want a beer? Yeah, good stuff. Okay, yeah. What do you want, Rowan? Vodka, Coke. All right, Rowan, I get you a double. Yeah, come on. And then get to the bar. Yeah, let's do shots of sambucas. I want chat. Yeah, good stuff. Take my card. Now it's like, anyone want a drink? Anyone? No, all right, I'll get to the bar. Good. Yes, and we're talking about, can we get a pint of tap water? Yeah. Twist me some lemon in that to spice it up.
It doesn't have to be a new lemon. It can be left over. Just as long as it don't cost me any money, we're fine.
Well, you just have pre-drinks before and get pissed before you go out. We're just trying to think. What we'll do is we'll go on to the photos. So we'll go straight onto those. What we'll have to do though is if I'm going to try this podcast thing, I don't know if I will. But what we'll do is we'll just be, if you let me talk, we'll just try and be a little bit more descript with what we're seeing. So yes,
we're going to be a little bit more descript. Is that what you just said to me?
Is that not a word?
No, it's not a word. It certainly is not a word. What did you get for your GCSE, English, or did you do A-levels like me?
I got C's. I got 3 C's.
We'll be a little bit more descriptive, yeah?
Yes, descriptive then. Okay. Anyway. Do you want to look at these photos or not?
Sure, well, as long as I don't have to descript them. I can't descript them.
All right, well, anyway. what we'll do is so yeah, we're straight onto these.
Oh, this was
so basically, yeah, it was spooktacular, and
just
you
take
know,
spectacular out of it and just say fucking spook.
spookcrapula.
I thought they should have released more, man. Jason, they
Well,
should have
we'll go on to more as we're going on. We'll go on to what was released first. So basically, every year, I mean, it's good of them to do that.
I think we got about $20 or $25. I didn't do bad from the things you sent me.
I did about 40, I think, but I think it was. I think someone told me they got 70.
Shit, that's weird.
But
I didn't get them.
Last year, I think someone told me last year they got like just over 100.
That's awesome.
So it's all about sitting by. I think it's mostly they do them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, on the groups. They do them in. They'll put up pictures and they'll have them in the picture. They hide them all over the place, sort of like on all their social media. I only got them because someone just posted them on the RaddTitan page, so that's how I got them. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll just go through.
Who posted them on our page?
There were a few guys. Why put me on the spot?
I just want to say much love, man. Fucking hell. Don't you know who's been posting on our page?
Damn it. I can't remember. There were about five different people who did it.
Much love, man. Whoever did that, you saved me about $25. So fair play.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll just go on to the first one. So the first one.
This is all right. This is on point. This is.
I don't know the actual order of which ones they went up, but I'll put them up. You know, this is the order I. But this is Lady Death, and she looks pretty hot for a dead woman. You know, she's very well. The pose is great, and you know, I think that this is also on point for the actual event. You know, this was you know, horror themed. Yeah, so it kind of, you know, gave you a bit of false security about, you know, where the event was going. I was thinking, oh my god, this is great. What else are they going to bring out? And I was getting quite excited about this.
How tall that is? Because you've got a big spear on the back of it and a big scythe on the back that she's like up against like a pole. Obviously, that's what it's like. It's like she's dancing around, which is really clever. Really nicely done. Great concept. But,
oh no, she
like it's sizing.
Well, yeah. Well, it was a female one, so they're normally a bit shorter. But the thing is, yeah, she looks great anyway. But so that was within the horror theme anyway. Then the next one that came up was Loki.
He's fucking lost.
Loki, I mean, you can kind of not horror, but because he's a villain.
Evil. Yeah, he's an evil villain.
So
I mean, he really likes that. The look of that piece. He was like, "Do you not want that?" And I was like, "No." Only because it's like movie film themed, but she really likes to look at that. I think it looks nice.
All right, so you got Loki, and then
you got a cosmic cube in that left hand or not?
Unfortunately, not. That's the problem. Is
all right.
with Loki, there's no exclusive.
What do you mean exclusive?
What did I just say? Did I stutter?
What do you mean there's no exclusive? How is there no exclusive? I don't give a shit because I don't. If it's good exclusive, I'll buy it. If it's not, I don't bother. But I bought. Are they changing something or?
No. It's just.
No.
It's just there's no exclusive. I don't know what the run is. I don't know anything about that. But it just there's no exclusive.
Okay.
But as you say, I mean, a lot of people were hoping that there would be. An unmasked head, a tesseract in the hand, because he's got his hand out and it looks open, ready.
It does look like, yeah. I mean, it could.
I was going to say, he looks like he's got his hand ready to take something, but that just sounded really inappropriate. Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, you broke up there, but so we've got the Loki, and again, I mean, yeah, you could have kind of got away with that a little bit, but I think he looks great. I think he looks really good. Then you got the 1/6 scale Rick Grimes, and I think that looks really, really well done. I mean, it really looks like him. It's Andrew Lincoln, I think his name is. So you know, I think that looks great.
Is that a hot toy?
Yeah.
And it looks nice.
So that's well done. And then you got the guy from Harry Potter. It's Severus Snape. Is it his name?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It says it up there. But the thing is I've never seen. This is the funny thing. I've never seen a Harry Potter film. I think I may have seen like I may have seen like 15 minutes of the first one.
I like them. I
just never really.
They've been on Sky Movies. They've been on Sky Movies this week. For some reason, the Sky on Sky Movie stuff, they change the channel and they'll be like, Sky Harry Potter movies or whatever, and it's all Harry Potter every.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been watching snippets of every single one of them for days. And Jenny's been fucking tearing her hair out.
Well, the thing is Colson loves them as well, and she's seen them. She's seen them all, and she says, yeah, you should watch them. You'll really like them. But
you should watch them.
I've just it's a lot of time to invest. What are there 8 of them? Are there 8 of them?
There's a few, man.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe one day, maybe. Then that's him again. There's a close up. Is he a goodie or baddie? I'm
not going to spoil it. If you're going to watch him, there's no point me talking.
All right, that means he's a sneaky fucking traitor then, because it's that's the guy who's always a traitor anyway, isn't he? Is it Alan Ricketts?
It is
Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. Sorry, Alan Ricketts is the guy from fucking Man vs. Food. Adam Rickman. Sorry, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Going well.
Alan, isn't it? Isn't it Alan? It's Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman is the guy from the actor.
The fuck up,
yeah, Adam Richmond is a guy from Man vs. Food. Sorry.
What's Generals? What's this?
This is a print. The next one is one of the Sideshow prints from the Court of the Deadline.
Oh boy,
so,
Aaron, that.
Yeah, Aaron's going to be all over this. So basically, this is the next one in the line. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all black and white. Yeah, it looks like the General, the Reaper.
Yeah.
Because they're re-releasing the Reaper, they're bringing out a new version with a different base.
Yeah, because there was loads of breakages on the original. Was that not right?
Loads of leanage. Yeah.
Famous.
So, I think it's quite a small run and it's huge. So, yeah, there's probably not that many great ones. But then you got the next piece they showed was the Stanley 6-scale hot toy. Sweet. And the funny thing is I'm just a bit of a Stanley fanboy, so I'm quite tempted to buy one anyway. Never bought a hot toy before, but would be very tempted actually. I'll see what
it would be cool to like build your collection around that, but
yeah. Well, maybe it could be the first hot toy we get between us, making us sound like a couple now, like an entity.
Listen, who are we kidding? We've been told to stop pretending from our partners, so we should buy it.
Yeah. Well. Then let's go along, moving on quickly. Then you got these fucking stupid like R2Q4.
Which has this got to do with anything?
This is again, this has nothing to do with Halloween, nothing to do with Spooktacular.
Still, right? We're on Spooktacular.
These are all meant to be horror related, Spooktacular related, Halloween related.
None of this is close.
You got like a black R2D2, so I don't know if that's horror related. I don't know, but
is this from the new film or something, or is this from some other? Is this from a game or?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not. Again, we're going to probably get bashed by the Star Wars fans, but I'm going to go with Clone Wars because every time I don't know anything, it's from Clone Wars.
All right, go on, move on.
Then you got the 6-scale Darth Maul, which looks pretty good. The face looks really good on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Detailing looks really good on that.
Yeah, it does.
But again, 6-scale. We don't collect 6-scale, which a lot of people have actually asked us about quite a lot because normally. What happens is people will normally use, or not even, that's probably the wrong way of saying it, but what will happen is normally people who collect statues of quarter scale normally have bought hot toys in the middle of that.
Oh, really?
So that's normally they've gone to hot toys and then moved up to bigger statues, or or they collect both, and it's quite funny that between us we've never bought a hot toy. I've never even.
I can appreciate what they are, but it's not for me.
I've never even held one.
No, I haven't. In fairness, I would need to see one. I would love to see one in person.
Yeah.
But I think the articulation is where I have the problem.
Well, yeah, because you have all the seams and things, and
yeah,
I've seen them in Forbidden Planet and a couple of shops as well. I've seen the Crow one, which I was very, very close to buying once because I could have bought it for about $70. With I had so many. Do you know when you buy from Sideshow and you buy, they send you that $25 international credit?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I had 4 things come through at the same time.
All
So
right.
I had $100, and then there was a code that was working at the time for that,
Yeah.
which was like another 50.
Okay.
So I could get it. I don't know. It was like, I think it was like whatever it worked out as. It was about $70,
Shit, man.
and then shipping. And I thought, yeah, I should
Probably
do
would have
that.
bought that for that, to be honest. Just
Yeah. Then I went away and come back, and it all expired. But yeah, I messed up. I think I could have even got the 4th rock at that time for it.
yeah.
Then you've got again, nothing to do with horror. You've got again, apart from the price, but you've got the half scale.
That was weird, man. That was sharp. I enjoyed that. It was good.
You've got the half scale Iron Man, and this piece is $2,240, I think. So it's over $2,000, and
Legion behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's another legendary scale, but the prices on all the pieces are creeping up. So
yeah, but isn't this the second Iron Man from the LSF series?
Oh no, there's more.
Oh really? So there was a few half scale ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a few. I can't tell you which ones, but there's more than one that Sideshow have done.
Oh, okay.
So, and also, I mean, you got other companies doing half scales as well. I mean, you got IA doing half scale Iron Mans as well, because I was looking at their Heartbreaker today. So Mark 17, I think that is.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next piece. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much all that they had to.
Did that come out or not?
Yeah, that came out before. Yeah, I'll go on to that. But what happened was these are pretty much most of the pieces that were on offer for Spooktacular. You also had the usual business they do, where they give you a promo code. You enter it on the Spooktacular page, and then you get $10, $5 as credit, which is pretty cool. I mean, I think I got $40 to $45.
Some of them, if you get them too late, man, they're not just $20 off. They're like $20 off. You know,
a certain piece,
piece, and then you're like, would I buy that? And then you have to like discard it or be like, yeah, all right.
Well, I just saved them all in case someone else wanted one, and I'll tell them what the code is. But so basically, yeah, these are all the pieces. They did the usual with codes. They also did the usual with having codes for pieces that they can't sell. So you had, for example, you had $100 off of the Engineer. You had there was a Predator's mask that had like $100 off that.
Ask you a question. You might know the answer to this. I doubt it, but I'll try anyway.
I doubt it. Yeah.
If you, let's say, for example, that you pre-order this Iron Man,
yeah.
You pre-order it, and you're paying monthly payments on it, or whatever, and whatever. Let's say while them pre-orders are still going on, that they drop the price of this Iron Man by like $500. Can you say to them, I want it at that price or not?
Well, they won't really drop it by $500. You know, it won't really be.
Listen. Don't forget the fucking semantics. What I'm talking about is if they drop the price, even by $50 or $20, if they drop the overall price of the item, can you get that deficit back or what?
They don't really drop it until basically when they drop the prices, normally after it's already been released and hasn't sold out.
Right, well, let's talk about this then, right? I've pre-ordered the Wolverine PF and I've pre-ordered the Spider-Man PF exclusive. Both of them have been dropped in price by $30, Alex.
Have they?
Yeah, both of them have.
I didn't know they dropped in price.
They've both been dropped by about $25, both of them. $25, $30, they've both dropped.
Yeah.
From like $479 to $459 or $4, whatever it is, they both dropped in price. So what I was thinking is you're going to be paying a premium for ordering early if you can't get them to match that drop. I'm just wondering, because I might message them and just say, look, you've dropped the price on it. You need to give me that price.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. That's my point. I don't know.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even notice that that they went down in price. I didn't. No. Okay, I didn't notice that, but basically, I mean, yeah, pass. I don't know, but I very much doubt it. It's all to do with if you buy a pair of jeans and then it goes on sale. You ain't going to go to the shop and get your money back, are you?
Yeah, but there's a difference between that statement, because the pair of jeans you're talking about, you already having it. I'm talking about something that they still have. They've dropped the price on an item I don't have in my house. So technically speaking, it ain't mine. It ain't mine until it's here. So really, it's just a thing, so a commitment for me saying I'm going to buy it at this price. If they then drop the price before I've got, it's like, for example, here's another example. I ordered a steelbook from Zavi, yeah?
Yeah.
Got a message, steelbook alert from Zavi, Mondo Reservoir Dog steelbook, yeah, Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Do you want it? $24.99. I'm like, yeah, I do want it. Click, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it'll be sent to you on this date. It was coming out on this date, right? I get a message from them like yesterday saying it's dropped by like £6. The price has dropped. So that's the price you'll pay. And then they, you know, and that's it.
They give you the money back.
Yeah, they own. The good thing about Zavi's is they take the money when the Blu-ray's been sent out. So they basically go, it's shipped, and then they take the money. But what they're basically telling me is that when it is shipped, it ain't going to be $24.99. It's only going to be $19.99.
That's good of them to do it. That's good of them to do it. They don't.
That's their promise. That's a price drop promise. Yeah. If it drops, that's what you pay, regardless of when you ordered it. That's my point.
Sure.
I'll get in contact with Sideshow, and next week I'll find out. I'll let everybody know what the outcome was.
Well, with Sideshow, I mean, I don't know that's dropped. I haven't noticed that, but I do know that most of the codes normally come out when they can't sell something. So normally, if there is, for example, the engineer, it was $100 off for that engineer because they can't sell it. You know, there's a few, they can't get rid of the regulars. But so yeah, back onto this anyway. So I mean, just talking about with the Spooktacular, with all the pieces that were released, with all the horror stuff. You know, these are all the pieces that come out. So I was very disappointed with the actual, you know, display of what they had. I mean, they missed so many opportunities. I mean, for example, the Jason, they released him in the summer, but you know, at the beginning of the year, I believe it was like February and March, there were 2 Friday the 13th back then, and they should have released it then. You know,
yeah. Definitely.
Also, they released
it the other day. You know.
Yeah.
I watched it. The new.
You watched a new one.
The new one, yeah.
The Rob Zombie? No, it's
not
Rob Zombie, is it?
That's Halloween, man. It's it's a new one. It's really good, actually. It's really, really brutal. Really brutal.
Yeah, well, I mean, with that, and there's a Friday the 13th in this month. So like next week, there's Friday the 13th, and then also they could have waited till Spooktacular, and I just feel like they just had 4 opportunities to release that and maximize, and they'd released it in the middle of the summer, and I just think it was totally wasted. Then, so let me just run through these ones quickly. Then you also got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They did the release for that, like the preview on that. They did that a couple of weeks ago when they should have waited a couple of weeks.
Leatherface.
You know, why would they say at the beginning of October we're going to do a Leatherface? Wouldn't they just wait? They also did that video, which was the return to horror.
Oh yeah,
they should have waited for that as well. They should have just said, right, we got this video in the bank. What we'll do is we'll save that for Spooktacular. You know, just makes more sense. With the whole Spooktacular event, you know, it was like it was building up to something. So when you got to the Halloween day, nothing happened on Halloween. There was no big release. Everyone thought they're going to release Freddy Krueger. That's what's coming out on that day. They're going to do that, or they're going to release some news about, oh my God, they're going to do Michael Myers, or they're going to do this, or they're going to. So everyone thought all this stuff. It got to the day. Everyone's like, you know, I've had people messaging me going,
Iron Man came out.
Oh no, nothing came out at all. There were people messaging me going, what do you think it's going to be? What do you think? What do you think? I said, I put money on it. They're going to release Freddy today. Otherwise, it'd be stupid for them not to. And they didn't. And it was just like the other side of it as well was on Halloween, Ash versus the Evil Dead came out. And I'll talk about that later, actually, because I do quite like that. Ash versus the Evil Dead came out. So basically, they should have released their Ash 6 scale. You know, they've got their Ash 6 scale. They showed it at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Release that. Put that out for pre-order. Put up.
That's
something.
On point, isn't it? That's on point.
Oh yeah, and then they could have worked with. I think it came out on the Stars channel. They could have worked with Stars and done like a double promotion. You know, got money off of Stars to promote them. So yeah, I mean that was that was all the stuff with Spooktacular, really. So I mean, that was what I had to say there, really. So I mean, yeah, what do you think there? Sorry, because I did cut you off for a second ago. It's just I wanted to get through.
I just went on the iPad and I looked, and the prices now for those two pieces I just mentioned are back up again. So it must have been just a discount, like for a short time. Because I did see it. It was definitely there. It had a line through it and some red and some yellow red writing next to the original price. They dropped them all by $20. But now I've gone back on there and they're back up again. So maybe it was like a special offer around Halloween.
Yeah, maybe just like still Spooktacular.
But back on point to this, I agree with you. I think when you've got so many pieces and you're talking about, you know, that are relevant, and you're talking about nearly a year for them to come out, I think they should have been pushed and I think they should have been released. Yeah. It would have got a lot of bites. It would have been better for them. I mean, it doesn't affect me. I don't care. The point is that it will affect them. It will affect their business, because as everybody knows in this game, if you have like an Ultron statue and then all of a sudden, you know, Age of Ultron comes out, your statue's value's gone up. And at the end of the day, if it's Halloween and horror and everyone's watching horror movies, everyone's watching Freddy. I was watching Freddy Krueger. I was watching I watched it. I watched Jason. If those pieces were available on Sideshow, if they released like a trio of those pieces around Halloween, people would have bought them.
Well, even on those on the, you know, this year, there's been 3 Friday the 13th.
There's one coming up.
There's one next week. There's been 2 at the beginning. If they would have released that Jason then, they would have got a few people on who wouldn't necessarily have bought it. They just, you know, they got caught up in that moment, and then they bought it then because they're caught up in the moment, you know. That's exactly if publicised right, they could have done that. I mean, they just wasted a huge opportunity.
I agree. Yeah.
So if we move on through the photos, went a bit far there. You got this. This is the IA, so Imaginary Mark 43, I think that is. Battle damage. This is the one where it's.
Is that a statue? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the quarter scale statue where this is the one in the snow, and
this looks amazing.
With this one as well, they. So it says pre-orders now, but it's not now. Right. It's not for pre-order. That's just a poster they posted a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know why they put it up because it's not pre-ordered. They're doing this system where basically you can order it. Sorry, they're placing orders, but you can only order 30 per country.
Okay.
So that's quite new. I don't know how that's going to work. Obviously, the American market is like so much bigger than most of the other places. So I don't know.
Do we know the edition size on this, bro?
I thought it was 200. I think it's 200.
That's how 30. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So
it looks great though. Love the look of it.
Oh yeah, no, it does.
Pictures of it. I have seen pictures of it, and I quite like it.
Oh yeah, well, it was at the Singapore Toy Game Comic Con, and
I didn't see it there. I just saw pictures.
No, I saw it there, and then when Mohammed came over, we asked him. Do you remember when we were playing Paul?
Ask him, yeah.
And he said it was pretty good. So you know, that's good news.
He's got good taste as well, because that guy has a lot of good pieces.
Oh yeah,
about that guy.
Then you got the new Cammy. So this is the new way she looks, I believe.
Is that the bison symbol that she's stamping on?
I think so, yeah.
No, that's clever. I like that. They've done well there.
Then you've got there's the close-up.
They've changed her colours, haven't they?
No, this is the exclusive one, I believe. This is a Player 2 exclusive.
Okay.
You had to do the R shot. Had to be done. And then you've got, this is, if you look at her mouth there, a mouth open, and then you've got another head where her mouth's closed.
Right.
And then you have the green.
I actually prefer the green. Is that wrong?
No, there's no right or wrong, George. I would prefer the green with probably the blue base, just to be awkward.
Oh yeah, you got a point there. Actually, that would be a lot more diversity to that. Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what I would like, but you know, that's just me being.
They fixed that. They've done well.
Then you got the moving on to XM. So this is Namor. So you got the base there with the giant octopus. He's like
that's a nice little touch. Like the idea of that.
Oh, the base looks really good. I mean, if done well, I mean that would look really good.
It's a shame. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I remember the character. He's one of the originals. He's one of the classics. One of the old school.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has a particular. I mean, me personally, new school wise, it's not a character that I'm too.
It's the same here. I mean, but I still think it's good that companies are looking at the the sort of more obscure characters.
We certainly don't need another fucking Incredible Hulk, do we?
Yeah,
it's good that they're looking at stuff like this because there isn't anything.
I was actually asking. I was asking Imaginarium Arts if they're going to do a Hulk to go with a Hulkbuster, and it doesn't seem like it's happening. He just said he didn't want to do a Hulk, but basically,
the bottom line is you just get it. You get the fucking. I'm told you get a Marquette, mate.
Well, maybe.
That's the answer.
But sorry, going back to the Namor. I mean, you got the big massive squid. Sorry, it's not squid. It's an octopus underneath him. You got his the big wings on his feet.
Yeah.
He's throwing his trident, and he looks like he's going to javel that right through something. So, I think he'll have trouble finding it though after he throws it. But then, that's that one. And then this is a concept which came out, which is it's just a concept of their comic book Hulkbuster, where the Hulkbuster has been smashed to pieces, and Iron Man is crawling out the Hulkbuster.
Whose concept is this?
This is XM. These are all XM pieces. So this is quite an interesting design because this kind of gets away with having such a huge character as the Hulkbuster, but making it more posable because it's more condensed because he's crouching down. So it's basically he's got one fist on the floor, one knee down, one leg sort of like he's just been hit and he's falling down. He's holding onto a rock at the back.
I still think
got Iron Man crawling out the body.
I still think though, even though what you're talking about is right,
it's going to be massive.
Looking at the pose of this, what you've basically got is you have all four appendages, in all different directions.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a problem regardless. I mean, if something's tall, it only takes up vertical height, which isn't actually that bad. But the fact that this arm, you've got one arm behind here, you've got one arm in front here, and you've got two legs and one with the foot behind, it will still be sizey, mate. It'll be a decent.
Well, I mean, the main issue we found out with, when you actually display something, it isn't as much the height, it isn't really the width as such, but it's the depth. That's the problem.
It's all about the depth. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's why.
Especially if you've got something like this where you need to see it from the front. Yeah. Because that Iron Man is standing, coming out of it, arm up, his hands in front. I mean, this is only a concept, but like I say, I agree with you, man. It is all about the deepness.
Don't you sound like my girlfriend? But you got that. So, but no, I do like.
I love the concept.
I like the concept, and I think it's. I think it's got potential. It's got potential. So we'll see how that comes out. Sorry, then that one got slipped in between Namor there. So this is more of Namor from the side. So this looks like the texturing's been done.
It reminds me of ancient Rome, that sort of pose.
Oh yeah.
Like the which ways war. Good.
Yep, so you got those running through. Then this is the Bat Samurai. So you got the XM Bat Samurai, and this is XM. This is all XM at the moment.
Yeah.
This piece has just got so many switch outs. I mean, when you look at the photos of this, they all look the same, but then when you actually start clicking on, you then click back and you realize that it's like a different hand for the sword, different hand for the gun. So this one looks like he's got what's he got in his left hand, a batarang or a grappling hook or something, and then in the right hand he's got a sword. Sorry, wrong way around. Yeah, so I'm talking about on the left of my screen. Yeah, so in his left hand he's got a sword, in his right hand he's got I think it's like a grappling hook or something.
Yeah, it looks like a batarang or grappling.
And he's got the big all the shoulder pads on him, and all the armor there, so it looks good. Then you literally got the samurai mask that goes on there.
All right, okay.
So you got the Bat Samurai mask there.
They were Elvis Presley, like lamb chop beard.
And then you go on to another head again. So he's got a slightly different head there, more an armored head. Looks more sort of panther-like.
Yeah,
but the ears are longer. So whereas, like with the Dark Knight, it was quite panther-like, but his ears were shorter. But this one's the same length. Then you got the unmasked head.
like that.
Then you've got him on his base, and he's got like what's that like?
Swords.
He's got 2 swords there. He's got a big cape. Yep.
Yeah.
He's on top of a roof. It looks like a little dojo roof or something.
Yeah.
Then he's got a batarang. The next one, he's got 2 batarangs, and then like
dude, you're gonna need a big box to put all this shit in.
Yeah, either nunchucks or 2 bows or something.
Do love the pose on it though. It's nice. It's very elegant. I like it.
Yep. Then he's got his hand up in the air with a grappling hook.
Very changes the dynamics a lot.
So yeah, going through. Then you got the close up of the leg armor. Really nice there.
Very nice.
Really well done, actually.
Yeah, very.
2 swords there on the side. Oh, sorry, they're 2 swords. I thought they were something else. I thought they were like 2
well, they
bows.
wouldn't technically be swords, and I mean, if you're going with Japanese, you've got like 3 different lengths of blades. That some of them are called like Hayato and stuff like that. There's all different like swords that they have. So you have your katana, and then you have a different size, and you have another size. So that's what you have. That's how you have them on you. It's like up your sides like that, up down your your belt.
But then so you got the back there. I mean, and then there's all the arms there. So you got the batarang, you got the sword, and then you got the grappling hook.
Yeah.
Back, shoulder pads there, and then moving on, we got another XM piece. So we got the XM Sandman. Yep,
that's really nice.
So the X-Men Sandman, he's got all his switch outs all around him. So he's got like a big bombing knocker hand. He's got a big, like, massive sand hand. He's got 2 heads.
Like a hammer, that's like a hammer one, isn't it?
I think he's got a hammer hand as well.
Hammer one. Well, they're the 2 classics, isn't they? The bombing knocker.
The hammer and the bombing knocker, yeah. So you got that looks really nice. I mean, he's got the sand sort of like kind of wisping around him like a tornado type starting up or something,
You see things like this and you worry,
Worry.
Yeah, you see, this is they're not failing at the moment.
Yeah,
they're just not. Say what you want. People want to, you can knock and you know what I mean. But they are not fucking about this company. I'm telling you now.
Well, XM, I mean, their concepts, they're great. I mean, they're out there. They're different. Their poses are different, and they just, where they seem to come up with different ideas. Really, I mean, you look at the poses on. I don't want to say a lot of sideshow pieces, and they're just regurgitated poses.
If they don't get their act together, though, mate, I'm telling you, what people are going to start doing is, like I said before, they're going to stop buying 3-4 statues from sideshow a year and get 2 XM.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Well, maybe 1, but yeah,
it ain't quite that different, is it? It's not that different.
I mean, well, that's the thing is, I mean,
the prices are higher, but they're not double.
There's so many Asian companies now coming out that, like you got Prime One.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything Prime One this week because a lot of their stuff was the same as what we did last time. They got the whole Batman line, the whole 3rd scale Batman line, and they look amazing.
IA killer.
And then you got IAU coming up as well. Their Hulkbuster was crazy. I mean, you see, you've got behind me. Their Aquaman's great. They've got loads of pieces they're working on at the moment. There's just so many companies coming up now that
there's more competition, and that's why when there's more competition, you can't afford to make lots of mistakes. You've got to start taking this seriously. Otherwise, you're just going to be passed.
Sure. I think one of the things I did look into a couple of weeks ago was I was looking into a website where you can put website links into the website, and it would tell you how many hits that website gets.
Right.
And Sideshow get loads, basically. Sideshow get, let's say Pop Culture Shock are, I don't know, are they, who would you say the second most popular? I'm just trying to think.
At the moment?
Yeah.
I would have thought before in my ignorance that, Sideshow would be in control of everything and pretty much PCS were up there.
But the numbers for Sideshow compared to PCS. I mean, PCS has a fucking terrible website anyway. But the actual comparison in numbers was Sideshow was easily 10 times more.
What about XM?
XM, there's still a lot more than XM because XM's like the website's only relatively new in comparison, isn't it? But no, Sideshow are well up there. You got to remember the number of products Sideshow release as well.
Yeah, but
Sideshow supply all of Prime 1 as well to America.
Yeah, but you also remember if I'm talking about the sort of community of Marvel quarter scale. I'm not talking about anything else. Everything else will take care of itself. But I'm primarily a Marvel and DC quarter scale collector, and what I'm seeing, some of the stuff from X, and I'm seeing if I could get my hands on it as easy as I could Sideshow stuff, there'd be a problem. I'm telling you now, there'd be a problem. Because at the moment, they really are knocking out some good stuff, X, and they really are.
Well, it actually gets onto a good point, actually, because the next picture, that's actually really well timed. And as I say, you don't know the order of the pictures, but the next XM picture is all you can see is like a leg there for now. But these are just like teaser pictures for Witchblade. And basically, Witchblade is a comic. I think it's off the top of my head, I think it's Top Cow. But and Witchblade is their first worldwide license. Okay. So that's going to then show that they got a worldwide license. I believe their Darkness piece as well is also a worldwide license.
Darkness. So, what Darkness?
It's from a game.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the pictures. It looks nice. I remember.
Oh God, what game is it from? I can't remember the game now, but it's from a game anyway. But then going through, these are just the teasers for Witchblade. So you got the detailing on this is really nice. I mean, and as I say, this is just getting on to the point that XM have got worldwide license for this. So this is, I guess, them testing the market now to see. All right, now we can sell to the world.
Is it worth it? Because that's what it's all about, isn't it? If they'd have to just pay. All right.
Yeah. Are you? And then you got to remember as well. This reminds this gauntlet here. It's just a gauntlet with all this sort of wisps around it. It reminds that as well. But it reminds me of something from Soul Calibur.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not.
That thing looks like the Eye of Sword of the Omen.
Yeah. But the point is, well, what you were saying, is a lot of people like throw the blame around. They'll say, oh yeah, it's Sideshow's fault that XM can't sell in America. And it's like, no, it's not. How is it Sideshow's fault? As a business, if you own a license, why are you going to say to your competition, yeah, go on, sell on my fucking doorstep and take my business? Why are you going to open up to them?
No,
if you own a license, you own the license. And licenses are not cheap. And that also goes on to the fact that Magneto was just recast. And there's some rumors around that, which I'm not even going to go into now. I'll tell you later, but I can't do it on here.
I think you've already told me.
Yeah, but it's just like stupid rumors. Oh, yeah, I think I did tell you. But yeah, it's just these stupid rumors. But the thing is, with that Magneto, it's like... what was I saying there? Sorry, I've lost my point now. With the licensing, people were saying, well, why don't XM just release another 1,000? It's like, well, you can't just release another 1,000. It's to do with the reason why they released the number they released.
That's what
it's not totally to do with XM.
It's nothing to do with it's nothing to do with them.
Marvel will say to them, okay, you're paying us X amount of money, and you can make X amount of those statues. That's your limit.
Exactly.
So that's it. It's not XM being greedy and saying, I want to.
That's true with any statue.
Yeah.
With any company. If you get a piece and it's like, 999 pieces, there's a reason. Clearly in the license, clearly in the agreement, Marvel have gone, don't sell more than 1,000 pieces.
Well, yeah, XM's limit is. They said that they're never going to make more than 999 of any Marvel pieces. It was Marvel.
Well, there you are.
But and there's also when people complain that Sideshow made 6,000 Batman or whatever, 6,000 Superman or whichever one it was. Yeah. The reason why is possibly when they went to DC and said we want to make a Batman. DC possibly said, all right, yeah, if you make 2,000, your license is going to cost X amount. If you make 4,000, it's going to cost this much, or if you make 6,000, it's going to cost that much. And obviously,
it would have been lesser.
Would have been lesser. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
but yeah, so obviously, when you buy in bulk, it decreases the value. Like
but costs. The funny thing, people can say all they want about those numbers. They've all sold out.
They're sold out.
All of them are sold out, and the prices of them pieces are only going up. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing a regular Superman sell for 500 quid.
That's a bit much.
I've seen it sell. It's sold for that much money. 450, 500 quid. I've seen it sell. And I've seen that Batman sell for 450 and all. The black one.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Batman, I think, sells for more than the Superman. But I've seen the Superman sell for 280 the other day, and I was tempted to buy one.
Yeah, it's worth it at that sort of price. I didn't pay more than that.
So this is still just the Witchblade, and then this is the next piece is moving on to a custom which has been commissioned by Christian McGallen, and he's good. He's a follower of ours. He's on our groups and things, and he's making it with Salt and Pepper Studios. So this
Green Lantern, man.
Their Green Lantern's really good, yeah. And they did a Thanos as well, I believe, as well. But I think they called themselves Moonlight or something back then. They had another name.
Is it nice?
It was okay, yeah.
What's that? What's fucking Batman doing with Aquaman's throne?
Well, chillax, man, chillax. So basically, the piece is showing Batman sitting on a throne. Under his foot, he has. Nope. Under his foot, I think he has Cyborg's arm cannon.
Oh, okay.
He has.
I get it.
Aquaman's trident. He has Superman's cape behind him. He has in his hand. He's got something. He's got someone's cowl on or mask. Somewhere on there as well. There should be the lasso of truth, but I can't see it. And basically, what it is from a story which was done by Mark Waid called the Tower of Babel. And it was also similar. There was an animated series as well, just called Justice League Doomed. And what it was it was where because Batman is always planning, or his next movie, he always knows what's going to happen. It was about his plan to if the Justice League turn on him. So that's what this is based on. Sculpted by Fernandez Barras. And this is still being made. So this is just an early render of this. So if you go through, so you got that there. There's the lasso of truth down by his side there. Yeah. So just going through there.
That looks fucking cracking, man. That looks really nice.
Oh no, it's a cool concept. And I mean, when you get to have all these pieces on one statue, it's great. When especially something like you have these with a lot of the Bowens as well. You have them with
there's little.
Was it like Maestro? Where you had the Maestro base, and you had. You
can spend 20 minutes going through what's on that base.
Maestro base is amazing, and then also the Thanos base, the Comiket. Also, sorry, the new Maestro by Halimar as well. That Halimar, the new one's crazy. There's so much going on.
That's got loads. It's like a mountain of skulls, isn't it?
Oh yeah, well, sorry. Then going on to the new Deadpool. So you got the Deadpool one as well. So there's quite a lot of bases where they've got a lot of stuff going on like that, and I think it just adds more to the statue. You just have more, to go with that. So Christian's working on this. He mentioned it to me a couple of months ago, and it's good to see it actually, the ball rolling on that. So what we do is. He'll send me the updates anyway as he gets them. So I'll show you as I get them as well. And then this is the better render. So this is the latest render he sent that to me today.
Oh, that's nice.
So I didn't want to start with that because then I wanted to build up to it.
Yeah. Really
so this is the within production.
The Superman's S on the back of his cape that isn't on the PF. Is it going to be like? Is he going to put that on there?
I can ask him. I As I say,
that's a nice touch, is to have sort of. It doesn't need to be like right in the middle, like right there in the centre.
Yeah, it'll probably better if it's
off an angle or something.
Definitely better off centre.
You see a hint, like your fucks at Superman's cape.
Yeah,
sweet, looks great.
Oh yeah, I mean, I imagine it would. I mean, I'll speak to him later on. I speak to him regularly, so I mean, I'll ask him later. So yeah, that's that piece there. So I'll update as soon as I know anything of that. That's sort of Pep Studios. Then this just goes on to what else we got here. So this is the last piece anyway. So we can finish there. Let me come out of these photos now, and yeah, you can see my. Oops, don't want to delete that. Let's stop that. So are we back? There you go, my camera's come back on. So yeah, that's that then. So I'm just going to finish up. It was just a photo of Ash versus the Evil Dead, and I know that George hasn't watched this. I don't expect George to watch it, and I don't expect George to like it because it's not really George's thing. I know he likes Army of Darkness, but it was just yeah, because of the spooktacular. I was going to say it at the beginning then and go into it then, but I got to mention it because I loved it. I watched it on, I think it was Sunday. It came out.
Is it a new film?
It's a TV show. So Ash versus Evil Dead. Yeah. It's directed by Sam Raimi. It's all the same crew. It's all the.
When did it start? You fucking tell me. I might have watched it. If it's just
20
minutes.
No, it's like 40. It's like 40 minutes. It's like it would be an hour in America because they have like 20 minutes of adverts per hour.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Is it Army of Darkness or not?
Yeah, it's like Army of Darkness humor.
I like it.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's.
Give me some sugar, baby.
I'm not going to go into like the story and stuff, but yeah, it's set. I mean, it's set 30 years later, and I watched it from downloading off the internet.
Is it not Netflix or nothing like that then?
Yeah, I watched it from Netflix. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, basically, so I watched that, and I really enjoyed it. I did. Even my girlfriend, she sat and watched it, and she's not really into. I mean, she loves the horror films, but she doesn't like.
Does she like horror films?
She loves horror films. She loves like really bad.
Do you like horror films?
I don't like newer horror films. I've really gone off like the new ones with all the shaky camera work, which is quite funny because that's how we do ours. That's how we do our reviews. I couldn't say it, so yeah, and I'm like really frustrated watching it. I'm like, hold the fucking camera still, and I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. Now I know how people feel when they watch our reviews. Damn it! It's like it's some recovery film.
I like it. I like new stuff. I like Sinister. I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was great. I
like Sinister. Yeah, that's when Colson, my girlfriend, I called her by her surname, but we were watching Sinister, and she was like stretching her leg somehow, and she managed to slap herself in the face with a slipper when it made her jump. It was really funny. It was like one of those moments.
There's another one called Oculus. Have you seen that?
No, you told me that last time I was at your house.
Watch that. Yeah. She's hot in it. If you watch it just for how hot that redhead is, that is fucking. And then someone said to me that's like Nebula, and I was like, what? And I was like,
oh yeah, you said that last time.
She is fucking super hot, bro.
Yeah, but you're ginger, and all you gingers stick together, don't you?
Look at my hair, man. Does it look ginger to you?
Well, yeah, but when you were younger, I'm going back.
Does it look it?
All right, but when
I was younger, you fucking idiot, was I?
When you grown your beard, yeah, we'll have that conversation again. How about you grow some facial hair? We have that conversation. You grow your facial hair.
Got room on our circuit for any more facial hair. I've
got the marking there. But yeah, so anyway, but going back, I mean, definitely watch Ash vs Evil Dead. It was. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Put it onto a memory stick for me next time I'm down off.
Well, the point I was going to get to as well is George would love it anyway for one reason alone. So. There's one reason where apparently in episode 3, someone comes into it.
Is it Rousey?
No. No, but I know that would cheer you up. But it's Lucy Lawless. So yeah,
she's like back in the day, man. Xena Warrior Princess was hot, but she's a bit like She's on a spin now, man. It's a little bit like.
Well, funny enough, I had this conversation with Gina the other day, and it was a really funny conversation. We were talking about that, and we were talking about when she was in Spartacus, and she's in Spartacus naked, and it was a bit like Gina. We were talking about how hot she was as Xena, sorry, and then I said about Spartacus, and then Gina was just like, yeah, but her tits are too low. So, okay, but still, okay. I'm gonna get in trouble now. She's gonna have a go at me. But and then what was the other thing as well? Oh, Red Sonja comes up for pre-order next week. So the Red Sonja premium format by Sideshow Collectibles.
That is a very. That's the sort of. They're the sort of pieces that Sideshow need to be releasing. Like that.
But they need to release them the way they look. Piece. Yeah, they need to release them the way they look as the Pro, because I mean that piece looks amazing. I mean, she looks stunning. The body is great. The detailing on the body. I mean, where she's kind of leaning over, and she's got like those little creases on her side. The detailing there. She looks great. And then apparently, I've heard the exclusive is an axe. So she's got an axe for the exclusive.
Yeah, I really like the. I think the Aquaman exclusive is the only way that exclusive should be done.
That Aquaman, again by Sideshow. I mean the Aquaman where he's got the hook and the bearded head.
That's an exclusive.
That looks really good. I mean,
that's an exclusive. You got the hook and you got the head. You got 2 parts. You do it like that. You know, you chuck in a print there. They
won't chuck in a print. They don't do prints anymore because they sell them. Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is, if you do that, then you can maybe keep the tide going in your favour. But their stuff needs to be clean, needs to be on point, and it needs to have a lot of options, because that is now becoming the standard for every other company that's out there that's trying to make stuff. Yeah,
I mean that's what you got to think about with XM. You get a regular XM piece, right? I know they stopped doing the coins now because they didn't like the way the coins were going, but they stopped the coins.
They didn't like the fact that it came across.
It was an exclusive. Yeah. What the coins were originally was just a thank you to say you've ordered it. You've ordered it early. Good stuff. That was what it originally was, and but then it turned into this is your exclusive. Yeah, I've got the exclusive, whatever. But with any XM piece, for example, Wolverine. I mean, he comes with 3 heads, a print, and
2 hands.
I can't remember how many arms, and then you switch up.
No, he comes with the 2 different hands. Then he have 2 different right hands. I think it is.
Yeah,
it might be the left. I don't know.
And then he's got to switch out with the base.
The 3 heads. He's got the eyes.
Yeah, because one of the eyes goes onto the claw, and one of them is on the thing, and you take it out. So I mean, and that's just the regular. So I mean, that's what Sideshow need to look at, is just the add-ons, and they just don't. I mean,
it's not only Sideshow; it's anybody. It's anybody out there. If you want to do something, if your plan is to release something at the moment, and you want it, I mean, your company and you're releasing 1,000 or something properly. I'm not talking about customers. I'm talking about actual companies. They're releasing like big pieces, like 1,000 pieces, whatever. You've got to give more. You've got to give to the collector more, because other companies will. And that's where your money's going to go. Because your money then, when you start thinking about it like that, you buy something like you buy that symbiote Spider-Man, for example, that new one.
Yeah.
There's no exclusives. There's no nothing else. It's not got a really low edition size or anything, does it?
I don't think the edition size is that high. I think it's 1,200.
Yeah, that's not fucking low, is it?
For the character, that's quite low.
No, it's not low. It's not low at all, because you've got a 2,500 Spider-Man that's coming out, and then you've got another. And then you got another however many of the regular.
But that's what Sideshow do though. When they do the variant, they never have add-ons for the variants.
Yeah, but this is my point, right? If I want a symbiote Spider-Man, I got that choice. If XM was to do a symbiote Spider-Man, or IA was to do a symbiote Spider-Man, they would be thinking differently. They'd be like, right, okay, I'm gonna give you a massive this and a massive that and a print, and I'm going to give you fucking this, and I'm going to give you the key ring, and I'm going to give you a t-shirt that says you're awesome. Man, this is it, and you've just got to stay on top of the tide. That's what's important more than anything else. You don't want to get overcome. You just don't want to get. You don't want to get left behind, bro.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, it is about moving with the times, and I think Sideshow are a bit stuck in the past. And I mean, they're riding
competition years ago.
They're riding their glory still. I mean, you know, they are the biggest company. They are like
they're a great company.
People will buy from them because they are so big and they're so well known. But you get your puppy on.
Yeah, nice. Come and see me. Oh, okay. He's 16 weeks old today, Tuesday. Is he all right? Jenny says he's all right with the fireworks, so
yeah.
But he'll sit with me for a minute. It's all right. He's a good lad. He's a good boy. Sit with me. Yeah. So, you know, they're a great company, and they release some great stuff. And the Aquaman is all I'm saying is if you're gonna do it with that, do it with everything.
Yeah. Well, it was because
just do it.
Because I mean, they did a good job with the face on the Batgirl, and the Batgirl face looked really good. But the problem with the Batgirl face was the regular and the exclusive both had the same pose, you know, the same profile, and they just needed to, they just changed the hair, and that was the problem they did with that. There was no variation of it. It was just exactly the same. I'm just trying to think of the other ones. I mean, I guess even the Dutch piece I've got, you know, the exclusive is a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah.
And then you've got.
At least you've got two different facial expressions, right?
No, it looks pretty much the same with just a cigar or something. I don't think there's much difference. It looks like he just sort of stuck a cigar over the regular head. But
I wanted to get some camera time. He's a big YouTube star. Check out my boy's channel, Neo Man.
I'm just trying to think what else there is. But I mean, with the exclusive wise, I mean, they just need to up their game if they're going to bother to do the exclusive. Otherwise, people are just going to go and order from their local comic shops. They're going to order from these other places. They're not going to bother to go to Sideshow anymore.
You know what? I used to think that, you know, certain pieces were like really, you know, like for example, XM used to think that their pieces were so much more money. But you know, I think Lobo cost me, you know, like 600 quid, mate. At the end of the day, Lobo cost me like 600 quid. I can pay another 150 and get an XM piece.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about this. We're talking about this today with you know, the Green Hulk, which I've just given back. That Green Hulk was I'm pretty sure with shipping, shipping was $100. The piece cost $5.50, so that's $6.50. Tax then is 20%, £10 fees. So that takes up to about $800. And it was sloppy. It was sloppy as fuck. I mean,
what are you talking there? That's like what, 550 quid, close to that.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically, that would have got me. You know, that would have got me the XM. Actually, I wouldn't. Yeah, probably around got the XM Thanos just a bit more. So, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The deficit isn't as big, and if I'm just saying this, if they get the license, there's going to be a lot harder. So they need to hope that the ball keeps swinging in their court. If they do what they've done with the Aquaman, and they do it with every piece, and they do it with Red Sonja, and they release an axe and they release a head, they're going to be okay. But their standards need to be up, because I'm telling you something. I'm watching boxing things. I ain't seen any breakages out. I'm seeing no fucking breakages on these videos.
Oh yeah, no, the XM piece. That's the other side of it as well. The XM pieces. I think companies with XM. I mean, the way they package things is second to none. I mean, their packaging is crazy. I mean, everything is wrapped perfectly. And again, as you say, I've never seen even on Facebook where people bitch about absolutely everything. They all want to complain as soon as something happens. But with XM, I haven't seen one breakage through shipping. There was a breakage on a Phoenix where someone put the Phoenix on his shelf, and the shelf collapsed because it couldn't take the weight. And the poor guy, literally, I mean, it was in pieces. He stuck it back together, and it looked terrible because you can't stick that clear resin back together.
that is horrendous, man. How much?
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
weigh?
I don't know how much it weighs, but it's very weighty. And he just put it on a shelf, and then he
I
said,
think it's 15 kilos. You know.
well, the thing is, what he done was he made the shelves, and he done those shelves. You know where you kind of like you put the rails up on the wall, and then you kind of put the hooks, and you kind of hook them in, and you hook the brackets in. And he didn't hook one of the brackets in properly, so when he put it on there, it just fell off.
No.
So yeah, I mean the poor guy. I mean he put the pictures up on Facebook, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, that just cost you $1,000." My God, you know.
Yeah.
Poor guy, poor guy. But as I say, back to from shipping, and even production quality. I mean, there were a few issues with the Phoenix where you put it into the base, and it took a few days to settle. Which, if that makes sense.
I heard about this.
Yeah. So what happens is you actually have the foot, and it takes when you put it in, the foot is like half an inch away from the base, and then literally within a week or something, it kind of settles and it's almost touching.
Yeah.
And that happened on quite a few pieces, but it's not a flaw or anything. It was just a piece settling. But and then there were a few with Miss Marvel again with the same issue with the the pegs and stuff, but they kind of, if you push it harder, they went in. But other than that, compared to the number of Sideshow floors, I mean, yeah.
They released more pieces. They got more numbers. I collect their stuff. I love their stuff. But like I'm saying to you now, it's getting hard. It's getting harder to. At 150 odd quid difference, it's going to be harder for me to justify spending. The Green Hulk moments really pissed me off as well, because I just think the way they handled it was wrong, and I think the way that they released the piece made everybody think it was a different size. And this is exactly the same base, it's different paint. I don't know. For me, I'm a little annoyed about it, and I think they handled it quite badly. So. I'm sort of like just thinking to myself at the minute, they are the standard, they are the top, they've been around a long time. But I do believe in evolution, and I believe you should try to move with the times. See what
keep
other
up.
People are doing, and just try not to get overtaken. Because if they get overtaken, Alex, it'll be their own fault, mate.
Yeah.
It'll be their own fault. It won't be that they've done that. Some other people have done this, that, and the other. They've had more than enough opportunity, and they do it with some pieces. They just don't do it with others. Some pieces, the standards are meticulous. Some pieces, nothing comes broken. Other pieces, all of them are broken. Like my Deadpool, my X-Force Deadpool. Do you know how many of them? Do you know how hard it is to find one of them that's mint condition?
Yeah,
it's impossible. It's borderline impossible.
Well, there's a few pieces. Even the Apocalypse, there was hardly any flawless ones of those. It was just the way it was. But even for collectors, that would be great if other companies do get the quarter scale Marvel licenses to distribute worldwide. That's great for collectors, because collectors got more choice, and then it forces the other companies to up their ante. They need to deliver more. At the moment, there's a lot of stuff where XM and other companies, they're not meant to be selling in USA, but what happens is there's like people will order through a middleman, or things like that, and it's there's the same as other companies in South America. They don't have the licensing to distribute there, but then there's a way through it, because someone will buy them and then someone will sell them. So basically someone will buy 20 Phoenixes, and they live in Singapore. And they have the 20 Phoenixes, and then they sell them, and then they sell them as second hand or whatever it is. And that's kind of the loophole, isn't it?
Definitely.
And with more and more getting into the Western market, it should be up in Sideshow's game, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what they do. And
that's what they do, man. Aquaman's a good start. Let's hope. All right. Let's hope everything works out. I'm gonna have to go, because I'm on puppy brigade now. I've been dumped. It's basically wife going, time's up. You've had enough playing with your friends for one day. Come and look after this dog.
Yeah, she just doesn't let us have any fun anymore.
I know. I don't know why I married her. I don't know why you didn't tell me on the day when you were standing in the aisle next to me. What did you say? You kept fucking quiet, didn't you? You didn't say, George, I don't think this is a good idea, dude. She's not going to let us fucking do the chat or anything.
I was too worried about our speech. Doing my speech, I was well worried about that. God damn it! The worst moment of my life is doing that speech.
You did a great job, man. Wait till I do yours. I want to smash it. Obviously, you'll be in prison, but that's fine.
Be in prison?
Yeah, because you ain't going to make it back from the stag do, but I'll get back for the wedding, and then I'll explain to everybody in my speech what happened.
Great. Yeah. I'm going to do the stag do, like, I don't know, like 3 months before, because I know you're going to probably shave my eyebrows off.
Dude, if that's the only thing you're worried about, you don't know me well enough.
Well, you're not fired. Anyway, I'm going now.
Right,
so yeah, do the usual, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check out RaddTitan.com, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Love to all peeps, man. Massive shout outs to everybody out there that sub to our channel, man. Nothing but love. Peace.
Right, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye.